Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab, doing what I do for you. I got a good lesson for you today. I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's get this party started. I got a bone to pick with y'all. Right as in 25 rules to live by a storyteller. Story with a message in the story for life. I give life lessons, even if they yoga and meditative lessons. They're still important. That's why I give it to you for. It's a reason and purpose. So please understand that. Let's go. I still appreciate you do tune in and get the lessons you like. I appreciate that. But all of my lessons that can help you. That's the point. So let's go. I still appreciate you. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on. Is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission for you to do that. And you have to get your yoga and meditation lessons in for that to happen also. There for a reason. A question. Do you know you? It's a question I ask you all the time. My goal is for all right thinkers to know themselves. So be prepared. If you ain't ready, start preparing. Know thyself. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You teach them. That's what I do for you. Stay tuned. I got you. Appreciate you. A person who knows not but believes that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my be true. I'll put a couple lessons out and I'll keep track of what I do. That's how I know what's going on. So yeah, I appreciate you. But let's talk about meditation and yoga because they are mental disciplines that you need to understand and implement and have at your disposal to use to your benefit. It's all for you. Understand that. Okay. Now, I don't seem to be into learning about meditation and yoga, but I got to give it to you, and that's what I'm gonna do. Right things, let's talk about meditation and yoga are mental discipline and principles that you can live by. This ain't just information. This is information you can use and implement and use for yourself instantly. You can start as soon as you get it, start working on it. But I'm gonna try that tomorrow. No, when you hear it, start working on it. Let me give it to you right now. Okay, here you go. First of all, the soul, aka spirit, is a prisoner of our ignorance inside the body. It don't control nothing. So it's a prisoner. Why? Of our own ignorance. Meditation and yoga practice will remove our fetters. I tell you, a fetter is a problem that you cause on yourself. You brought it on yourself by what you did. So when you're ignorant, you're going to have a fettered full life. Watch this. A fettered mind with no yoga, meditation, discipline is ignorance. Is ignorance. It will be delusional. This is your mind. And all this is caused by what? Egoism. We have egoism by nature. This is why it comes natural to just know thyself from the egoistic part. And we run through life pretty much thinking we know who we are because we know our name and all that good stuff. No, but knowing thyself, meaning it's a spiritual concept and it's a mental thing that you have to learn and understand. And more important, implement and live. That's how you can find it to be True. So a fetid mind with no yoga meditative disciplines was ignorant, delusional, and this is caused on by egoism. And watch these characteristics and see, do you have these? Sexual desires, anger, hatred, greed, jealousy, gluttony, need I go on, etc. It's an endless list of selfish, egoistic things and qualities that we take on that a lot of times we don't have a clue that it is. So I'm here to try to enlighten you for that purpose. Now with a fetid mind, here we go, you cloud your higher vision, meaning you killing the third eye. You classify your third eye when you are ignorant spiritually and you doing nonsensical things, eating wrong. You are blocking your higher vision, aka calcifying your third eye. It can't see spiritually. Okay, your intellect will become dull. You are mentally weak. Why? Because you're ignorant of your true self, so you don't have the capability and to use what you really have because you don't know. This is why I teach. Now, an unfettered mind, aka a purified mind, watch this, is content, peaceful, detached, righteousness, fortified, righteous, detached, fortified, righteousness, and wisdom. These are things that a mind can acquire when it's not fettered, when it's enlightened, when it's being raised to higher conscious level. These are things that you will have at your disposal compared to the other ones. One is good and one is not so good. But when you can practice in your unfettered mind, all these qualities through daily practice, watch this, of right thinking philosophy, the mind is purified by the deeds and actions that you learn and implement for yourself on a day-to-day basis, aka that's how you earn your blessings. If you're a Muslim, you do what you're supposed to do, earn your blessing. Jews, do what you're supposed to do, earn your blessing. Christians, you do what you're supposed to do. So it don't make a difference what religion you profess, you still got to earn the blessing. Please understand that. With this practice, your mind becomes able and clear vision, which is what and called enlightenment. When you practice these things on a day-to-day basis, that's how you reach enlightenment. Right thinkers can see the spirit in all things. We're spiritual beings having human experience. And when you become spiritually enlightened, you notice spirituality in all things and mostly the people. If you see somebody who ain't really spiritual but claim to be, you'll see that they're not. That's the difference, okay? Some people just think everybody who prays the Lord is good people. I found that out. I asked my pastor, I said, Pastor, now, I thought church people was different than street people. He said, nah, brother, right? They're pretty much the same. I said, oh, so I don't have to give the church people a pass? He said, no. Okay, so I see y'all like I see anybody else. That thinking it, no. That's I've been enlightened to that. I thought they go to church, they must be good people. I'm learning biblical Christian concepts. Again, I'm learning from somebody who know, and I trust what he tell me. Yeah, they just like they ain't no different. Appreciate that. Next one is, now you got to understand the meditation and the yoga is a process. It becomes a way of life. You don't just study it, learn it. No, you have to live it. You implement it in a sense, your daily life. That's how it makes it work. Now the objective of yoga disciplines is to what? Purify the mind so that it can achieve its transcendental advancement through meditation. When you are able to transcend your thought process through meditation, that's what it's for. That's the whole purpose. Pray, meditate. Why? You talk, then you listen. If you're in tune with your higher self, he has something to say to you. That's when your third eye is open, the pineal gland is tapped into. You have direct connection to your higher self, aka God. They call it the spiritual eye. But it's also a receiver. It's also the eye into the higher realm, aka the Akash, the Akashic records, the realm of infinite knowledge that we're able to tap into once we raise our consciousness to the next level. So it's the objective to yoga, the objective of the objective of meditation is to unite the individual, your mind, with what? The cosmic mind, aka God. Also, the mortal. With meditation, you understand mortality and eternity. The individual also, you learn to be individual with the universal. So you start to learn two sides of the coin now. You start to see both sides, not just heads. You want to see both sides. Some people play tricks and they got double-headed coin. So in life, you want to make sure it's what it's supposed to be. Take a peek behind the curtain every now and then, just to make sure everything is copacetic. That's what Anuba's job is at Judgment Day. He gonna make sure that everything is right. You ain't gonna get beat. Okay, fair. Now this discipline of meditation and yoga, of purifying the heart by what? Listen, not just meditating and praying, no, sitting in the lotus position, no, living according to right thinking philosophies or my teachings, and they're known as what? The yoga of action, aka Maya, balance, knowing right from wrong, knowing up from down, knowing all the things you need to know. That's Maya, that's having balance and understanding. That's where it comes from. Now, meditation and yoga is the way to what? True happiness and inner peace, aka Hotep. If you think having things, accumulating fortune and fame is going to make you happy, no, it just satisfies your desires, to have those things. But that's not inner peace and happiness or contentment. Those are things. Watch this. Now, with yoga of meditation is when you meditate upon the teachings and your higher self. Excuse me. When you're meditating, yoga meditation, when I go into my meditative state, I'm communing with my higher self. Yoga is the practice of, mental, physical, and spiritual disciplines. You have to cover every aspect of your personality, mentally, spiritually, and physically. That's why I go to the gym every day. Pray, meditate, and I work out, and then I study. That's my personal routine. And by doing this, yoga is the practice of mental, physical, and spiritual disciplines, which will lead to self-control and, more important, self-discovery, aka knowing thyself by what? Purifying the mind, body, and spirit. That's the key. You can't have one without the other. If you got 2 out of 3, don't work. 1 out of 3 ain't even close. 3 out of 3 is the way it's got to be done. So you have to implement each and every step. The mind, body, and spirit. Meditative yoga teaches you to what? Discover the deeper spiritual essence that lies within every human being. What you're doing for yourself, every other human being got the right to do it also. So, I'm special, I'm unique, I'm one of a kind. Yeah. Well, okay, all that flattery to yourself, that makes you feel good. But it's all based on you reaching that level of what? Enlightenment for yourself. And watch this. Every human being has the ability to do that. And all other objects in the universe. So really, religion in its purest form is a yoga system. Trust me, they called it Egyptian yoga mystery system. Why? Because we didn't let them in on what we was learning. So it's the mystery to those who don't know. For those who study and know, we know that the mystery. I got all the secrets. I know them all. Now the question is, how does meditation work? Oh, you know, all I do is see you guys sitting up in a position. Last week I get my class. One of my students I asked, I did in the class, what did you learn? And I go around the room and everybody individually point out what they learned. And my girl said, I know now that meditation ain't just sitting up in those positions. To my home. Thank you. There's 5 different categories of yoga. We went through that. So she was impressed with the concept. It ain't just one way. So yeah. When I give lessons in class, I want to know at the end of the class, did you get the message? Was the message clear? And everybody has a different interpretation of the message, and I'm fine with that. At least they got a message. See, my intent is to deliver the message. How you receive, how you deal with it, that's everybody's individual choice. Okay, so that's the difference. Now, how does meditation work? Understanding this process of meditation. Try to explain it to you. I told you, meditation is thought of or defined as a daily practice of what? Mental exercise, aka right thinking, and using spiritual discipline, living right, doing the right thing for the right reason. Yeah, I'm getting excited. This will enable you to what? You, the meditator, to what? Achieve what you're trying to get. Total control over your mind, aka conquer the ego, your lower nature. Set. That's the goal of right thinking philosophy. You have to conquer your ego. You can't go no further until you master the idea of having control over oneself, not let the ego self run the show. Most people who are egoistic, they're arrogant, nasty, and very opinionated. Ego. That's what runs them. They don't understand nobody's situation but theirs. Don't care about nobody's situation but theirs. Selfish. Okay? Ego. They're easy to spot. A lot of times they don't even know they're ego tripping. So that's the whole idea. You know they ain't enlightened. Now, it's meditation, watch this, that puts the mind under control. Meaning what? Meaning if you were to remain God conscious, maintain your cool, walk, talk in a respectful manner. Watch this. All the time. That's who everybody can't do that. Perfect example. When you walk in peace and contentment within yourself, you don't see no reason to harm nobody. You show respect and you do good by everybody. That sitcom, Kung Fu, Kwai Chang, whatever his name, Kwai Chang. But he was a master fighter. He didn't go out looking for fights. He did all he could to avoid fighting because once it got on, the person who he going to have a problem. So he didn't walk around. Nope, very peaceful, passive. And when you pushed him, you got the wrong end of that stick. So understand that. And when people who have something for themselves, they walk that way in life. I walk in peace. But if you ruffle me, oh, we all have it. So it's called a limit, called a point of being pushed too far, whatever. Mice will fight a gorilla if you back him in a corner. You got nowhere to go. Okay, I got to fight. Okay. My definition of a punk is somebody who don't fight back to defend themselves. Never mind. No, yourself. Starts with you. So yeah, if you're a punk, then you won't fight back to defend yourself. I got no beef with you. Got nothing for you. It would be, watch this, without the having knowledge of self and you become God conscious, you're like, it's impossible. Nope. It would be, watch this. What would be impossible is if you will not be swayed or deluded because of the mind when it's enlightened. You won't be bamboozled, tricked, fooled, or led astray, or fall victim of what I call the well-dressed lie. Wrap this up. Oh yeah, I got. Oh my bad. I'm sorry. I thought this was gonna be quick. Let me get out of here. Last one. Understanding and knowing the therapeutic value of meditation. This is my point. This is my point I want to get to right here. Let's get understand this. This is the purpose and reason for meditation. Ignorance, trust me, is the main source of unhappiness, restlessness, agitation in the human heart. Ignorance, not being spiritually enlightened, not being spiritually sensitive, not want to know thyself. So you're going to have a heavy heart and you're going to have problems. That's the whole purpose of purifying the heart with meditation. Watch this. Negative thoughts. When you don't have control over your mind, thought process, your negative thoughts is what will rob you of what? The possibility of discovering true peace and contentment within oneself. That means you're going to always be chasing and never going to catch that proverbial carrot. Why? Because if you're not spiritually enlightened, if you're not learning and practicing the right thinking philosophy, whatever it is you're practicing, you will never discover yourself and you'll never be happy with yourself. Last one. So, watch this. So, the meditative experience, watch this, which will allow one to discover the innermost reaches of the heart. You have to be able to go inside yourself mentally and experience the heart. So now you got what I call the heart-mind coherence. They're working simultaneously as one. Now you got two combined as one. When two become one, you know thyself. You have melded your heart with your mind and you become one. Spiritual enlightened being, aka Nihas or Aku. That means enlightened being. Let me wrap it up. Now, when you reach the part of your heart, now the source, this is the source of your sanity, your intellectual expansion, because you're learning. You will show compassion. You will have goodwill toward man, and you will reach supreme peace, or what they call boundless bliss, aka Hotep. I hope you got the lesson. Hope you get the message about meditation and yoga is an important part of knowing thyself. Trust me on that. Best decision I ever made was to practice yoga and meditation. I got much for you. I'll be back.